Hey guys, Sleet here. Welcome back to the second tutorial. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to add Photon VR to your gorillatag Fangame. So first off, you're going to want to go to the Discord and you're going to want to click on these links to get Pun 2 and Photon Voice 2. Then it's going to take you to these where you're going to want to download them. And then you'll see a button that says Open in Unity, but then you just want to minimize. Then you're going to want to go to Window, Package Manager, and you want to click from Packages Unity Registry to My Assets. Next, you want to download Photon Voice 2. And you want to click All, Import, and that's going to take a minute to import. Now that downloads, you're going to want to go to Pun 2 free. It's going to say free. Then you're going to import that too. So you're going to click all and import. And that's going to take a minute to import. And also it's going to say import. That doesn't mean that you don't have it. It just says that. And then if you click import again, it's just going to say there are no packages to import. See, nothing to import. So next, you're going to want to go to the Discord again, and you're going to want to download the Photon script. And then you're going to want to go to your files, or you can drag it in from files, or you can click right click import package, custom package. Go to your wherever your script is, and you're going to search at Photon, and it should look like this with a bunch of numbers, and you're going to click open if you're doing it my way, or just drag it in. Now you're going to click all and import. Now next thing up, when you load in, or you're going to go to photon.com. I'll show you what it looks like. Photon engine. It's gonna ask you to sign in and stuff. You can sign in, stuff like that. You'll see all these. But then you're gonna click create new app. You're gonna want to make a pun app and a voice app, and you want to name whatever you want and create it. I already have one, so I'm just gonna use these. So then you're going to get the app ID of those. First off, you're gonna want to get the app ID. As you see, the pun wizard didn't pop up for me for some reason, so you're gonna want to go to Window, Photon Unity Networking, and Pun Wizard. And then you're going to click setup, you're going to go back. I'm going to go back to main menu. You're going to want to click setup project. You're going to paste in your app ID and click setup project. Next thing, you're going to want to go. You're going to want to go to your resources, Photon VR, and you're going to see you have your player now, and this is a different player. So now you're going to want to go scripts, prefabs, and you're going to import these three things right here. Then you're going to unpack completely. Then you're going to go to your Photon VR manager. You're going to want to paste in your app ID, and then you're going to get your voice ID, copy it. Oops, wrong thing. And then you're going to want to paste it in, change your region to US. Now you're going to want to fill in the player stuff. You're going to open your Gorilla rig, open your Gorilla player, get your main camera, get your left-hand controller there, and get your right-hand controller there. And the default room limit, I'm going to make it as 10. The max limit for the free plan is 16. Now next, if you want to, this is how you're going to import player model. But first, I'm going to show you guys that it works. As you see, this thing's going to pop up right here if you test it right now. You're going to want to import these because this imports TMP, but it's also going to pop up when you go into Photon if you just exit out, so you can do that later. Now, as you can see, you have these hands and you have this player model. So as you see, it does work and it gives you a player model that you can use, but it's really bad and I do not recommend using it. I recommend using your own player model, which is what I'm going to teach you how to do. So you're going to be in your resources and you're going to see your player. You're going to double click on that player and this will pop up again. Click import TMP essentials and import TMP examples and extras, because I believe this will give you fonts and stuff that you can use. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to disable VR body, VR hand, and the other VR hand. You're going to want to unmesh render them. You're going to want to disable them. next thing, you're gonna have your head there. Now you're gonna want to go to your files, and you're gonna want to get your model for your player model. So I'm gonna get my player model real quick, and then you're gonna drag it in or import it as an asset. I like to drag my stuff in, but for the last few tutorials, I showed you to right-click them. Anyways, now we're gonna want to go like that, and as either your model's gonna be super big and you're gonna have to size it down by using this little gray box right here to size down, or it's gonna be the perfect size like this, and you're gonna what you're gonna want now. Well, let's just say yours is scaled down now, so now you're gonna want to line it up with the head, and you want to drag it back just a little bit to see like the nose sticking out or the mouth. And as you see, boom, that's done. You want to unpack your player model completely, drag it under the head. Now you can disable the VR head too. As you see, our player model doesn't have any cosmetics. So let's fix that. Or not cosmetics, textures. So you're going to want to make, you're going to right click, create, and folder. You want to name this materials or textures. I really do not care. Next thing, you're going to import a new asset or drag it in, but you're going to get your textures, which is what I'm going to do real quick. Actually, never mind. Sorry, you cannot right click and import them. You can only do that packages. So you're going to want to go to your textures, right click, or not right click, your textures in your files, and then you're going to want to drag them in. Next, you're going to want to click create or right click create material. You can call this face. Then you want to be selected on this. You want to turn the smoothness down. Control C, Control V when you're on this, and then you want to do that twice. So then you're going to name one fur, and you're going to name one belly. Oops, I spelled belly wrong. Now you're going to want to go to the face, which is for some reason called face 2, but it's whatever. You're going to want to get your face texture, drag it into albedo, and as you see, that's done. But you need to change a few things. You want to change you want to go on the actual texture, change filter mode to point no filter, and then to make sure your quality will go down, but it'll make your game a lot less laggy, you want to put it as 512. Now you're going to drag it down here. It doesn't really make a lot of a difference, but it makes a difference in the lag. Now you're going to want to go to the fur, do the same thing. Go to the fur texture, do the same thing there. And then you want to drag on the fur. Now you're going to want to leave the ears and the belly empty. Then you want to go to the belly. You want to put in the fur again. And now you're going to want to tone down the color to like a gray. As you see when you drag it on, it's a darker gray. Or you can make it a lighter gray. It doesn't matter. You can make it whatever color you really want. Now we're going to we can move our player name. If you want it to be up here, you can keep it up here, but there's one thing you should always do. Remove this script right here. I know it seems like you might need it, but you do not need it for your game. Now you're going to add a font if you want one, or if you imported the TMP Essentials, or you can import your own font. So I'm just going to do this one for the sake of the tutorial, and then I'm going to bring it down to your chest. But there's still one more thing we have to do. Now you want to bring this player name down to the actual player model, and you're going to open up your armature, open it up, go to the neck, go to the head, and you want to put it inside your head. Or wherever you want, to be honest, in your armature, because then it will stay here, I believe, because this is what I did in my last game. Now you have your player model imported, but if you test it, it will not work because you don't have one thing. That one thing is fast IK. Now you can choose between animation rigging or fast IK. Right now we're going to do fast IK because it's easy and it's quick. If you want to go import animation rigging later, you definitely can do that. So first off, you're going to open up your armature. You want to close your neck. Then you want to open up your arm bones. You want to go all the way until you get to your hands, which are right here usually. Your third bone, third bone. You want to click on both of your hands. And also, sorry, I forgot to say this earlier, but you're going to go to the asset store and you're going to search up fast IK, because you should have your Photon tab open, and something that looks like this should pop up, and you're going to want to download it, open it in Unity. Want to go to Window, package manager, my assets, and you want to import FastIK. Sorry, I should have said this earlier. I forgot. And then you want to click all, import. This will take a minute to import. And once that is done importing, you're going to go to your hands again, add component, and you want to search up FastIK fabric, and this will pop up right there. Then you're gonna want to go to your upper. Bone right there. We're gonna start with the right because right is cool. You're gonna want to get your highest bone. So that's gonna be this bone right here. This bone, like the bone next to the body. Then you're gonna want to put that as pull, and then as target. You're gonna want to get the right hand right here and put it as target. Now we're gonna do the left hand and do the same exact thing, except with the left hand. For pull, that, and then target that. And as you see, that's all you have to do with FastIK. And it's kind of the same thing, but at the same time it's not. I really do not know the differences. But then you can close all that, go back here. You can also hide the mesh render on these spheres, and then you're going to want to play test your game, and it should work. As you can see, the lighting, it's kind of bad, so I'm going to turn off the lighting real quick. But the player model works, and it's loaded, but we forgot to do one thing. So you're going to want to go back to your resources, your Photon VR, your player. When you open up your armature, you want to go back to your hands. So open up your player model, open up the armature. You're going to want to go back to your hands. Then you're going to rotate them a little bit. So you're going to hold control. Then you want to rotate them up like this. And you want to rotate them like this. And when you hold control, it snaps. So it's a lot easier. Or you can just enter the numbers like this. And then they're like that. And now when you exit, it's gonna make your hands not spawn weird. So when you have your hands, they're gonna spawn normally like this, where like they're on the side like this, as you see. And that makes them spawn normal. You can also add finger colliders, but as you see, my hand's phasing also. So I will make a tutorial on something called anti-hand phasing. And never mind, that's just clipping. If you don't want dynamic clipping on, you can turn it off right here. But anyways, that's gonna end today's tutorial. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell for some more awesome videos. Sorry, I'm weirded out from all this, but peace out.